Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new, consider subscribing. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you, love you. Yeah. So today's video, I'm going to show you how I do my heatless curls, how I sleep in them at night, where it's actually comfortable, how I make them last 3 to 4 days, and I don't have to touch them up. So here is my hair. I just slept in it last night. And I have, what would you call this? Medium length hair, a little bit longer than medium length hair. And like I said, these curls usually last me 4 days. Sometimes I'll touch them up. Most of the time I don't. So, it's all about like the prep work, I feel like, to get the right heatless curl. So to start off with, I always will say, make sure you have freshly washed hair. So what I do is I will obviously shower, do my normal hair shower routine. And then when my hair is about 50% dry, I will put in a leave-in conditioner. The one that I use is the Way leave-in conditioner, and I will spray that all through my hair, brush it out with a wide tooth comb, and then let it fully air dry. Now I have like frizzy-ish wavy hair in the back. So for a while, I was like blow drying it to kind of make it smooth, but I haven't done that in the last like 3 times I've done heatless curls. So anyways, make sure your hair is fully dry. I have done this where like the back of my hair is like slightly wet, but like barely, like you can barely tell. When you do your heatless curls, make sure you put in your heatless curler or curlers or rod or whatever you're going to use no more than 2 hours after your hair is fully dried. Because once your hair is fully dry, pretty much you have like 2 hours for there to like still have kind of like water. It's holding in moisture essentially, but it's not wet, if that makes sense. So once your hair is fully dry, you can have up to 2 hours. If not, spray it with a little bit of water, or some people use like hair essence. I haven't done too much research on it, but you can do that. And then you're going to wrap your hair in your heatless curler. I'm gonna just like go to a clip to show you how I do it. So the one that I'm using is actually from Amazon. I got gifted this one recently, and it's probably the most comfortable one I have ever used to sleep in. I have a few others. If you want me to do like a review on the ones that I have, let me know. But this one right now is my favorite. I can sleep in it and I forget that it's there. But when you are curling your hair with a heatless rod of whatever sorts, you're going to want to make sure that you are not only pulling it tight, but that you are, I recommend crossing them kind of like in how you would do a French braid, so that you can get more curls in the back. Because if you are just to do it in the front and like curl everything behind, that's going to be more of like a blowout look. So if that's what you want to go for, do that. But I want to make sure that I have curls in the back, so I kind of like braid it in that sense. You also want to make sure that when you're doing it, to have your hair be like, make sure that there's not a lot of bumps when you're wrapping it. Make sure that you're pulling it tight and you're putting it as close to your head and like the shape of your head as possible. So at the end, when you're like tying it off, you don't have like a huge like saggy part. So sometimes even when I'm doing it, and I've done this for a while, I'll kind of get lazy, and towards the end I'm like, okay, Eddie, refocus and tighten up these like wraps, if you will. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I only use leave-in conditioner when my hair is wet. So that's another tip, is don't use a lot of hair product, because that is not going to let your curls last as long as possible. So I only use leave-in conditioner. I used to use hair oil on my ends, but like right now my ends are fine, and I use hair oil throughout the week when my hair is dry to bring in moisture. But use as little product as possible so that it's not weighing your hair down. Also, when you take out your heatless curls, don't put oil back in your hair. You only really need to put oil in your hair if you're like after you're done heat styling it, because heat like pulls out the moisture from your hair essentially, you know? So when you're doing heatless, you don't really need to like add that back in. It still has some moisture holding onto it. Now throughout the week, I would recommend putting some oil in your hair, on the ends at least. But then what I do is, you can use hairspray, flexible hairspray, whatever, but I use texture spray, and that helps it hold, I feel like, as well as obviously give it volume. With my bangs, honestly, I'll just wrap them around throughout the night. They kind of fall out and you kind of see this little weird bit, but I don't really mind it. So this is usually how I'll wear my hair afterwards. And when I go to sleep, I sleep with it in like a bun on the top of my head. You want your ends, just like in sleeping in general, you want your ends off of your body, because think of it as like 90 degrees or 98 degrees, your body temperature, you're rolling around, especially if you don't have a silk pillowcase, get a silk pillowcase. But I put my hair up in like a bun, and then I sleep with that with a silk scrunchie. And then I just take it out, and most of the time it will fall, obviously, and the back usually falls a lot faster than the front, which I am totally okay with. But yeah, those are just some of the tips that I have. You know, if you need to use hairspray, you can do that too, but I feel like texture spray works fine for my hair. Your hair is gonna probably be different. But also, don't put a curler in your hair when it's wet, because once you take it out, even if it's overnight or 12 hours, whatever, it's not gonna be the same. Do it on dry hair, or one that you just recently like misted. Make sure it's misted with some water or hair essence, if you will. So those are my tips. I'm gonna insert a picture here of like 4-day hair with heatless curls, so you can see how it holds. Now everybody's hair is different, so what holds really well in my hair might not hold in yours, because I have colored hair, treated hair, damaged hair, and damaged hair, weirdly enough, holds curl and is styled better and longer than virgin hair that is really, really healthy and silky and shiny. So do keep that in mind. But if you have any questions, any tips that have worked for you that I forgot, leave them in the comments down below, or let me know if you've tried it. Follow me on Instagram, tag me, and let's figure out this heatless curl journey together if you need help. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a great day.